In Louisville, Kentucky, they love thoroughbreds who know how to run down the stretch and get to the wire first. And certainly, they've seen plenty of them here. From Johnny Unitas to Lamar Jackson, today, the Louisville Cardinals will try to live up to that legacy. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Pitt lined up, ready for the opening kickoff as we get things underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cardinals offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And, David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
From the gun, the running back has it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He's got his man. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the D. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Wide out in motion. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll try the run. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early. Doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Motion from the offense. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
At the 22.
Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Pitt Panthers offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
They're bringing heat. Complete to the right. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Got his man on the outside. Bulls his way forward. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass, it's off. He makes the connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll try to get it through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
On first down from the 13-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers! And the extra point is good. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Well, they execute the end route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. Quarterback on the keeper. He has the first and still on his feet. Across the 25, he's got room. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it first and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
One final play before the end of the quarter. They go to the ground. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. The give to the tailback. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Using his legs to buy some time. Reels it in as he goes out of bounds on the right side for a huge play.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
To the air on first down. He'll pull it down. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The option look. Now the toss. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when he gets near the end zone, Palmer, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it in.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy finds a way to make people miss, to run away. He's got all the tools you look for in an outstanding running back.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. They'll put the tight end in motion. On the move. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
To the ground with the back. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one.
Wants to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Villa. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Running with power. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Using his feet to buy time. Oh, he just avoided taking a big hit with the slide. The Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive, just try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Looking to pass. It's Shaw. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Quarterback will audible. Third down play from the gun. Got a man. It's Tuggle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And the Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And that pass picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty, please. Last play. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Louisville!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Shaw. He's got it down the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Got it, looking for the 1st down. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Now, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Escapes trouble. Couldn't find anyone. provide another play. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Works his way through the traffic, and he picks up 8 yards on the play, and this one's much more manageable on 4th and 3. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. The Panthers will move the sticks. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's off. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Pitt!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, and keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense could do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
And he's got it from 57. What a beauty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a fascinating first 2 quarters of football in Louisville. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium.
And the Cardinals will kick it away to start the second half. Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and hauls it in. He's backed up deep in his own territory. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
The running back has it. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Off play action on first down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
This offense has a second down play. Looking to throw at Shaw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Spits it out to the back. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Never a doubt. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down for this offense. Plows through the defense. Strikes the blow. And he's brought down after a huge completion. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Quarterback keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Cardinals will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Offense set on first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Quickly out to the tight end. He goes out of bounds after a huge pickup, and he's still short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. And the Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Shaw. He's going up top. And he hauls it in at the 25. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Panthers.
Number 5.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him, run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
31, Louisville, 17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Going to try to get it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Here comes the option. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. 1st and 10 as the clock winds under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last
Running room before they get him down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals! Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. Make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Got his man quickly. Still running at the 40. Flying down the left side. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Panthers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Eastern Michigan is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 14 to Ball State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll go back to the air on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Villa.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Bought a little time. Lets it go. Got a man. It's Villa. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. After the big first down sack, it's second down. He'll keep it himself. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they were going to stop the running game, it wasn't just running backs, but this guy also very dangerous when he takes off and goes.
And Jesse, you know what? Even if a defense knows that, the quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
And I tell you what, the offense, they get the big run play, and then what are you thinking? Maybe play action, take a shot. How about the defense? They were ready to roll. Even though they gave up the run, they didn't just play the run. They were ready for the pass and got the big sack.
Makes a grab enough for the first. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The Cardinals are marching down the field. They'll throw it on first down. On the run, still looking. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And the Cardinals come to the line in the hurry-up. On second down, he'll let it fly. He's got it. And he will score! Touchdown, Cardinals! Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion completion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's all. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he hauls it in at the 30. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. A little release to the back. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Villa. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. He's going to take off. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Cardinals want to crank the tempo.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Big first down sack for the defense, brings up 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Got him downfield. Ripping through the defense. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And the Cardinals will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got him wide open. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Wants to go up top. Skips away from pressure. Touchdown, Louisville! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just over a minute and a half to play as they line up for the onside kick in what is likely their last gasp in this game. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. ready to roll. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Quarterback checking the play. He'll come out throwing on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Got his man! And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
This quarterback is such a playmaker, and his arm is what makes him so special. Could this be the game that sends him to New York City for the Heisman Trophy? He's now got over 450 passing yards.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Shaw. Starting to feel a little pressure. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game. And I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Handoff from the gun. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And they got him.
Quarterback.
Denies the try to convert on 4th down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for him.
Looking to move it through the air. Feeling some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, you're going to have time to throw.
And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
Offense facing 4th down.
A 6-point game getting very deep in the fourth quarter, and the offense desperately needing to convert this fourth down. Pass on the way, it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Pitt.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.